Hi everybody and welcome to our spring wreath kit tutorial. I just want to start off by thanking everybody for ordering their wreath kits from me this year. I really do appreciate it and I'm so happy that everybody's enjoying it and getting creative, and hopefully you'll have some stunning wreaths to show for it at the end. Everything's included within your wreath kits apart from some scissors, so grab yourself some scissors and then we'll lay everything out ready and we'll get started. First, we're going to take the wreath ring and the reel wire and we're going to attach the wire onto the ring. I like to do this where you've got the join between the two rings to make it extra secure, and I wrap it round approximately 3 times. Once the wire is attached, I want you to go around the wreath ring and make zigzags all around it just to make the wreath ring extra secure. When you get round to where you started at the beginning, you're going to leave the wire attached and then we're going to get the moss out. We're going to separate the moss just by tearing it apart with your fingers and take a small section, making it into a long sausage shape. Once you've got that shape, you're going to place that section onto the wreath ring and we're going to wrap that wire around it. As you can see, the wire is staying attached right to the end. We don't need to cut it until we've finished the whole wreath at the end. Once the wreath ring is covered completely in moss, we can set that aside for a couple of minutes while we prep and prepare the fresh stems. At this point, you can actually set aside the Easter eggs, the curly twigs and also the pussy willow, because we can add them in at a later stage once we've got the fresh stems attached to the wreath. What I'd like to do is prepare all your fresh stems by cutting them down around about a palm's length, so then everything is equal and all the same length, ready to attach to the wreath. Then we're going to take a stem of each foliage and make a small bundle ready to attach to our wreath. So where the wire's still left on is where we start. So we're going to take a small bundle of our greenery and attach it to our wreath base. I like to go around each bundle 3 times on the wire just to make sure that it's extra secure and stays in place. And each time I go around, I give the wire a little tug to make sure it's nice and secure. Included within your wreath kits are some spring bulbs. I like to separate these spring bulbs into about 3 or 5 sections, and we can attach these onto the wreath base as well. To do this, what I like to do is take a little bit of moss and place it where you put in the bulb, so then we've got a water source for it. And then I'll put the bulb on and top it with some extra moss, and then go around with your wire 3 times, giving it a little tug, not too tight because obviously we don't want to damage the roots. Once your bulbs are attached, we still want to go around continuously adding the foliage all in the same direction. So again, I'm going to get a small bundle this time just to place around that bulb so then we can still see the bulb without hiding it. We're going to repeat this process until we get towards the end of the wreath. Once we get to the end of the wreath, it can be quite tight to fit everything in. What I would suggest is just gently pulling the first bunch back a little bit, sliding the last bunch under and then carefully binding it with the wire. Again, go a couple times if it's your last bunch. So standard 3 times and then another couple just to make sure that it's extra secure, ready to finish the wreath. Once all your bundles are attached, we're going to cut the wire and I'm going to stitch it to the wreath. So I'm going to take that wire and poke it at the back of the moss and do a couple of stitches and then poke the wire back in through the moss, just making sure that it's not poking out or anything else isn't poking out, because we don't want to damage any doors. Once that's all complete, you can have a look at it now from a bird's eye view. So maybe popping it on the floor and having a look at your wreath and noticing if there is any patches where you think it could have a bit more and you've got a bit of foliage left. You can poke some eucalyptus or some olive in them gaps just to fill out any gaps you might have around your wreath. At this point, we can also add in our eggs, our curly twigs and our pussy willow. So they can also be added in where you feel like there's something missing too. Again, we want to be going all in the same direction. Don't switch directions. It's either anti-clockwise or clockwise, and we stick to that direction. There's also some twine included within your kit, so you can use this to attach it to your door if you wish. You may already have a hook on it. I actually use a command hook to stick to my UPVC door, which is fabulous. I've had it on since before Christmas and it's held every single wreath that I've had up there. So what I do is I loop the twine through the wreath ring on the back. As you can see, we can see the ring and we just want to loop it in and bring the twine through that hoop and make a loop there and then knot it. This can be adjusted to any height that you've got on your door, so it's all your own personal preference. You can cut it shorter if you wish. And then there we have it, ready to hang. What I'd recommend is to give it a light mist every other day. Just keep on top of it, making sure it's nice and hydrated. I really do hope that you enjoyed making your spring wreath with us this year. Don't forget to check back. We've also got our autumn wreath kits and our Christmas wreath kits, which has been a total success last year, which you all loved. And I'm so grateful for the kind reviews. So I'd like to hear from you. Send me the pictures. I'd love to see them. And thank you for joining in with us today.